channel. How are you guys? I am hoping that you all are superb because finally in England we can see and feel the summers. Not very much, but still we can feel the summers. I've been waiting for summers for so long. But yes, I'm happy and I'm back with you guys with another physiotherapy video. This time it's top 5 tips. As you have read in the title, it's the top 5 tips that can guarantee you to get a job in NHS. These are the most simple steps that you can do just sitting by in your home setting, chillaxing everything on the computer, and that will help you and probably will do 50% of your work in getting a job in NHS wherever you want, be it London, Manchester, Birmingham, anywhere in England or Scotland. This will work perfectly. So without wasting much time, let's get straight into this video. So here's my iPad and I've written like top 5 tips for you guys with detailed explanation so that you don't have any problem and you just go to the website, do your job. That is it. So first step, which is one of the most important step, is get your qualifications recognized, irrespective of your country, irrespective of it's a bachelor's degree or master's degree in physiotherapy. Even if it's an occupational therapy degree, the first step is to get recognized in UK. So just like we have IAP in India, and then we have state-wise recognized license providers for physiotherapists and occupational therapists, here we have a centralized license committee or team, or you can say, which is called HCPC, Healthcare Professional Council. Under this, everyone, optometrists, pharmacists, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, MBBS doctors, everyone comes. This is the basic requirement that you are supposed to have. If you don't have an HCPC license, you cannot do anything here. You cannot even work as an assistant, physiotherapy assistant. Of course, you can work as a therapy support worker, which I am doing right now, because they only require GCSE, which is 11th and 12th standard. But still, if you want to work as a qualified physio, you need to have an HCPC license. I will link the video here and down there about the HCPC detailed explanation that I did in my previous videos. It's very easy. You just have to fill the form and then scan the documents, apply it on the HCPC website, and that is it. It is a costly thing. When you first do it, it's very costly. I think it charges 50,000 rupees just to check your documents from your country, but I think it's worth it if you want to work here. There are some countries that are not recognized under HCPC. For Indians, it's very safe. All of our degrees are actually recognized, so I think it's easy. Still, if something happens, there are cases actually where they don't reject your application per se, but they do say that you have to provide some case studies to prove that yes, you are an actual physio or OT. In that case, they will give you a detailed explanation of what kind of case studies they want from you, and once you send them, they will check it and then they will give you the license number. I think it's starts usually with PH and then numbers, but yes, and then you have to just renew it every 2 years. Right now the cost is 20,000 something in INR. I will write it in GBP and try to find it in INR according to current rate. But yes, it's a first and very important step if you want to apply for jobs here, because you will be rejected straight away if they see that you don't have HCPC license. Next step is understand the NHS system. It is something that I found most difficult when I was doing for my master's. Even though my master's was in healthcare management, the degree specifically did not explain anything about how the NHS system works. So if you can try to do some research around it, if you know people who are working in NHS, try to meet them, have a contact with them, chat with them about how the system actually works. It's very different from how the Indian hospitals work, especially Indian government hospitals, because we don't really have a straight way. But it's better if you get familiarized, understand the NHS values, NHS trust values. Every trust has different values. Try to understand them, then familiarize yourself with the patient pathways. The number one question, if you get an interview call and they're going to ask this question, irrespective of your band 5, 6, 7, 8, no matter, is discharge pathways. The discharge pathways here is extremely difficult and it's different from Indian system. We don't really have pathways, we just send them home and that is it. But here it's a complex system. We have social services involved, social workers involved, occupational therapists involved, community hospitals involved, community therapy services involved, and there are like so many referrals that you have to do. So make sure you know the NHS values and you know the patient care pathways, you know the MDT teams as well and how they work in NHS. Third is improve your language skills. If your first language is not English and you want to come here, make sure you have cleared your IELTS test. It's very important. If you go to HCPC site, they have given the breakdown of how many points they want from like each section: written, speaking, writing, listening, and make sure you get at least that mark, or else again HCPC will reject you, because when you fill the form to get the license for HCPC, they need the IELTS test if your first language is not English. So make sure you do your English course if you haven't yet. Fourth part is gain the UK work experience. So this step is only for those students who are here right now and is like studying for the master's, studying for the bachelor's, and they're doing some kind of course. It's very easy to get a job in UK for higher bands if you already have the experience. Of course, it's same for every country. Like I didn't had any experience, so that's why I have to start from band 4. But if you are here already, try to take the experience. And how you can do it, either you can apply for assistant jobs, or every NHS trust has charity, and you can do volunteer work as well. So for example, mine has charity and they do volunteer work as well. So just do it, because by that you can show that yes, you know how the NHS system works and you already have an experience of that. They will give you the certificate if you ask from them, that will actually help you to gain the experience, and then you can show yes, we know the NHS thing, we know how the wards work, we know what the patient pathways are, we know the discharge pathways are, and we know how the MDT teams and everyone else in the NHS system works. So if you are a student, this step is for you. Next, and the final, which is sort of most important after HCPC, is network and seek support. Now there are various ways you can do that. For most people, they have someone who is already working in NHS, like friends, family members, extended relatives or something. For my case, I didn't had anyone, so I had like a little bit of troubles, and there were some things that I didn't even know about because I was living in Scotland. Scotland has a different system than England. But what you can do is you can apply for the membership of CSP. So CSP is Chartered Society of Physiotherapy. It's just like IAP in India, but considering IAP, the CSP does a lot of work. They will do courses all around the year. They help with you doing CPDs. They help you making the case studies. They also help you to find the jobs. The only drawback with CSP that everyone finds is that it's very expensive. So you pay £400 every year to maintain a chartered physiotherapy status. £400 is basically 40,000 rupees, which is expensive if you are not earning that much. But it's not a compulsory thing. It's better if you can do it. They also have an option for therapy support workers and for student members who are like studying right now or about to graduate. So definitely check that out. If you have already done your masters, in the CSP website, you can check for the specialization ones like pediatric physiotherapy or sports physiotherapy, and you can contact them, make connections with them, and ask for their help. They are very good and they are willing to help anyone and everyone, because physiotherapy still comes under the shortage field. We still don't have as many physios and occupational therapists. Like for example, my hospital was struggling to find occupational therapists, like so badly. So I started my work in Jan, and from Jan till now we have this opening for occupational therapy. We have opened the openings like 3 times for band 5s and we still haven't got any. So yes, it's still under shortage occupation. So make sure you get all of your checklists done so that it's easy for you and to get here, to get the sponsorship and start a journey of physiotherapy or occupational therapy here in NHS. If you follow these steps, you will be successfully transitioning in the physiotherapy role from your own country to the NHS and have a rewarding career here in UK. So if you have any questions related to physiotherapy, how to settle in London, what other places in London you can settle, comment down below and I will help you as much as I can. And if you have any other questions which you don't really feel comfortable talking in the comment section, I also have an Instagram page. You can message me there. I'm very active there nowadays. I'm super active there, and I'm trying my best to be more active and post more stuff, and you will be seeing more physiotherapy stuff and how I live here in London. It's a little bit difficult but not impossible. And make sure you subscribe to me. There's a whole playlist for physiotherapy, how to get a job, how to land into NHS, how to get a master's degree from UK, and much more. So make sure you follow me, you subscribe me, and you watch all of my videos. That will be so helpful for me and for you guys as well. And I will see you next week. Till then, bye bye.